Hello and welcome to Animal Antics. Now this afternoon I want to tell you a story, and part of this story, part of it is true. Now I expect most of you live with your mum and or your dad. That's quite usual, I think. Now I lived with my mum and dad for a long time, even after I started working. I started working as a teacher, and that first year I started working as a teacher, living with my mum and dad, I was bringing so much work home, I had so much marking to do. I decided, look, I needed to move out. I needed to buy my own flat so I could do my own thing. My mum and dad were cramping my style. So I went down to the council offices, NKDC, and I decided to put a deposit down on a flat. So they said to me, Mr. Tapley, that is going to cost you £200, and that's about as much as I earned as a teacher over the course of that first year. So I put the £200 down and they gave me this. Can you see that? It's a key. And that was the key to my very first flat. And I was really excited because one morning I was at my mum and dad's and I got up to go to work. I went to work, and at the end of the day I went home with my key to my new flat, and I was really excited. I don't know if you can ever remember how excited you were when you got a new bike, maybe at Christmas time, or you got a laptop, or I was that excited. I was thinking to myself, I've saved up for a year, I've got the key to my new house, and this was it. So very slowly I walked up to the front door, I put the key in the lock, and I turned the key, opened the door. This was the start of the rest of my life. And as I opened the door, I wasn't very happy. Things weren't as I expected. Inside that house, there were thousands and thousands. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I will show you. It's a little bit scary. Of spiders. Big spiders, small spiders, thin spiders, hairy spiders, thousands of them, absolutely everywhere. Whew, I wasn't happy because you know what, I really don't like spiders. So I picked up my phone and I dialed the NKDC environmental health number. I was angry. This is Mr. Tapley. I am not a happy man. I went to my new flat, I opened the door, and there were spiders absolutely everywhere. And on the other end of the phone they said, calm down, Mr. Tapley. Look, it's all right. Calm down, I said. You haven't got spiders running amok in your house. Don't tell me to calm down. I was furious. Anyway, eventually they said to me, look, calm down. We can solve your problem now. What you need to do, Mr. Tapley, is make your way to the Hutch. And that's the pet shop in Sleaford. And it's actually owned by Mr. and Mrs. Massingham. And their son Oliver comes to the school. So I said, oh yeah, okay, then what do I have to do? They said, well, get yourself down to the Hutch and ask them if they've got a snake, because the snake will solve your problems. It will eat all the spiders. I said, look, you're joking, aren't you? The Hutch, they sell rabbits and dog food and leads and collars. They're not going to sell a snake. Oh, Mr. Tapley, they said, look, try it, give it a go, because you never know. So it was about probably sort of just after school, 4 o'clock-ish, and I knocked on the door, and there was Mrs. Massingham. I said, oh, hello, how are you? Now, I said, I'm really sorry to bother you, but they've sent me down from the council, and they said you might have a snake that's going to solve all my problems. Mrs. Massingham laughed at me. Mr. Tapley, we're a pet shop, we sell rabbits and goldfish, we don't sell snakes. Then, from the back of the shop, I heard this voice. Is that Mr. Tapley? I said, yes it is. Is Mr. Massingham here? I heard you want a snake. I said, that's right. said, I might have just what you need. And he came to the front of the shop and he said, look, it's not a python, it's not a viper, but what I have got for you, he said, and I'm a bit worried because it's massive, is an anaconda. Can you see that? A massive, great big snake. I said, Mr. Massingham, that is too big. How on earth am I going to get that home? He said, look, don't worry, I've got an idea. All you need is a dog collar, put it round the snake, get a dog lead and slide the snake home. I said, look, you're the expert, Mr. Massingham, you know about pets, well, I'll give it a go. So that's what I did. I put on the dog collar, I put on the dog lead, and I slid the snake home. Now, it wasn't a very pleasant journey because on the way home we went past Church Lane Primary School. 4 children swallowed just like that. The crossing lady outside the school swallowed just like that. Oh, it was a mess. And then we went past St Botolph's. 6 children just like that. 3 dinner ladies, 4 teachers and the caretaker swallowed just like that. Well, do you know what? I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to waste this journey now. So got back to the house, opened the door, and in went the snake. Massive, great big thing. And do you know what? That snake actually did solve my problems because the snake ate all the spiders. Good news. But there is one animal I like less than spiders. Do you know what that is? Snakes. I thought to myself, now I've got a great big, massive anaconda in the house. So I can't live there. So I wasn't happy. I picked up the phone, dialed NKDC. I was cross, mine. This is Mr. Tapley. Do you know who I am? I am not a happy man. There is a snake the size of the Eiffel Tower in my house and it's your fault. Calm down, Mr. Tapley, they said. Calm down? Calm down? You told me to get a snake, put it in my... Calm down, Mr. Tapley, look. We can solve your problems. I said, you better solve my problem. There is a massive snake in my house and I can't get in. It's my first house. I've never set foot in it. Now there's a great big snake slithering everywhere. Calm down, Mr. Tapley, calm down. They said, what you need to do, get yourself down to the pet shop, the Hutch in Sleaford, owned by Mr. and Mrs. Massingham. Said, all you need to do is get yourself a crocodile. Do you know what I love? A crocodile? I said, you get yourself a crocodile, that's your... And calm down, Mr. Tapley, calm down. So, in the end I did, and do you know what? I went down to the pet shop, it was midnight. Right in the middle of the night, knocked on the door. The window opened, it was Mrs. Massingham. Mr. Tapley, it's midnight, what are you doing? I said, look, I'm really sorry to bother you, but they've sent me down from NKDC and they said that you might be able to help me. I've got a problem with that anaconda and they said you've got a crocodile maybe that could help me out. A crocodile? Are you we don't sell crocodiles, Mr. Tapley. We're a pet shop. We sell cats and goldfish and dog bones and cat food. We don't sell crocodile. And then there was a voice from the back. Mr. Massingham. Is that Mr. Tapley? I said, yes, Mr. Massingham, it's me again. He said, I might just have the thing that can help you out. I said, oh, thank the Lord. So he came down and he didn't have a crocodile. He said, we don't have crocodiles, we're a pet shop, but what he did have, and I don't know if you can see it, is an alligator. Fearsome, fearsome looking beast. I said, how am I going to get that home? He said, look, you know you had that dog collar, put on the dog collar, get a lead, maybe 2 leads, join them together, and take the alligator home. So that's what I did. Now, it was midnight, and in the middle of Sleaford at midnight with an alligator, it was a mess. I went past the Barge and Bottle, 6 customers, gone. The policeman that came out to check, gone. The police car that came out to check, gone. The fire brigade came, firemen, gone. Fire engine, gone. It was a mess, but do you know what? I thought, I'm not going to waste this journey. Got back to my flat, opened the door, let in the alligator, and do you know what? The alligator ate the anaconda. And in the end, it actually solved all my problems, because that alligator actually ate me. And that is a true story, and I know it's a true story because I made that up myself. Thank you very much for listening.